It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview Matt Levy, a Paralympic swimmer in Australia. How are you doing today?
Yeah, doing really well, thanks. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to become a professional swimmer?
Yeah, so I was born at 25 weeks premature back in 1987. I was born with cerebral palsy and also vision impaired due to a few complications at birth. And I kind of started swimming for really health reasons way back then. And yeah, kind of grew on me from there. And I saw the Paralympic Games in 2000 in Sydney. And yeah, I guess I saw people with far worse disabilities than myself. And yeah, I guess that really inspired me to really do something with my life and do something with my sport. And rather than just swimming up and down for health and for fitness. And I guess that's kind of where it really started for me, and where I kind of got that drive to try and perform at the elite level. And yeah, it was from there, I guess that's kind of where the dream started, and it kind of grew from there. And I made my first Australian team in 2003 and the first Paralympic Games in 2004, and currently about to go to Tokyo in a couple of weeks for my fifth Paralympic Games. So yeah, so obviously I really enjoy it, and I still, I guess, have that passion and that desire to achieve. Yeah, it's just a matter of, I guess, juggling that with work and training and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I still have the same passion I had back in 1999, 2000. And yeah, it's been great ever since.
Of course, what inspired you to become a swimmer in 1999 and 2000?
Uh, I guess I wanted to, I guess, prove to myself that I could do something more than just uh, what I was doing, which was swimming up and down and going through the motions. And I think for me, I guess I kind of realized that uh, we are only as good as what we make ourselves out to be. And it's really about, I guess, taking that opportunity to see how far you can push yourself. And for me, I guess uh, the sport of swimming was something I could do that in. And I guess walking on land and going about normal daily life is difficult, I guess, with my disability. So doing things in the water made it a lot easier. And I guess that's kind of where I kind of got that drive and that passion, and I guess that desire to um, do it at a more elite level. And yeah, I guess obviously I have to train hard and do the miles and do that kind of all that groundwork. But I guess if you have the passion and you have the desire, it makes it a lot easier to do that. And yeah, I guess have had a lot of times where I haven't wanted to do it, but I guess for me it's been all just continuing to remember that my goals that I want to achieve and what they are, and continuing to remember that, and also um, continuing to realize that I guess I'm very lucky to do what I do, and a lot of people would uh, uh, kill to do like something that I do, and do that for a living per se. So yeah, I count myself very lucky, but it's just really about taking the opportunities that you have, and not taking them for granted.
Of course, when did you know that you wanted to go from being an amateur swimmer, like swimming regularly, to now swimming like for a U.S. team, national team?
Uh, I guess it kind of happened naturally. For me, I guess I kind of started with the passion, and I guess I got good at some point in time, and it was really about, I guess, continuing to improve on those skills. It wasn't really, I guess, a moment that popped in my head that said, oh, I want to do this and improve, go to the next level with this. It was more about just a gradual process, and really continuing to hone my skills. And I guess it was through, I guess, people identifying my talent, and I guess me seeing the talent in myself, that I kind of started to progress. And I guess it was with the nurturing and the support that I had around me that really helped me, I guess, helped me get to where the level of to my level, I guess, I am today.
Of course, in 2003, what was it like to compete for the first time professionally?
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking. It was, yeah, obviously first time doing everything is pretty, uh, I guess, a bit of the unknown. And yeah, it was really, I remember, I guess, standing on the blocks for the first time representing my country, and it was really nerve-wracking. And you have all these thoughts and all these doubts in your head. But yeah, it was a really proud moment, and really a moment that I guess never forgotten. And it was, yeah, it was something that that I always, I guess, dreamed of. But you never, I guess, you never think it's actually going to happen until it actually happens. And it was, yeah, it's a really fantastic moment, and it definitely helped instill the values and the mindset, I guess, that I still have today, which is, yeah, not to take anything for granted, and to really kind of make the most of what you do each day, because you never know, I guess, what's going to happen down the track. And yeah, it was, I didn't swim, needless to say, I didn't swim that well in that meet, but I guess I learned a lot from that particular meet that helped me in future meets to perform better, and to, I guess, handle the pressure a lot more.
Of course, going from 2003 to now where you are now, how have you improved in your swimming and known how to swim as a professional?
I think it's more of a mental side of things, and really kind of understanding, one, how to race, and one, how to deal with that pressure. I think I'm still learning how to deal with the pressure, but I think it's been more about how to swim and to perform in that environment. I think prior to 2000 and prior to that, I never experienced the games, or I'd never experienced, I guess, that high level competition. But once you kind of do it a couple of times, you get used to that understanding of what is the marshalling area, and when I need to go to my race, and what do I need to do before my race, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really about having that routine, and having that understanding of what to do when, and how to do it. I think is what I've learned from now till from then till now. And yeah, it's still an evolving piece, because every kind of environment you go into is different. But yeah, it's really about learning how to race, and how to race under pressure, and how to keep improving with those races. And kind of, I think, really what I've learned from 2003 to now is to really not see your races as wins or fails. Really see them as, I guess, points of improvement, and to really kind of see what you do as a stepping stone to the ultimate goal, is to do personal best. And I guess if you do a race that's not so much a PB, it's really about, I guess, learning from that experience, and learning what you can improve for next time. And I think that's kind of what I've probably learned from when I started to now, and not to take to heart what your performances are, because you've done all the work, you've done all the training. Sometimes it just doesn't come off, but you need to, I guess, learn from that experience to be better next time.
What was it like in 2006 competing in the IPC Swimming World Championship?
Testing my memory. Yeah, it was really good. From memory, it was my first World Championships that year. it was it was a great experience, and I hadn't been to South Africa before, and it was really about just soaking up and taking in that opportunity and that experience. And I guess it was a tough and challenging country to compete in. I think they had a lot of political unrest at the time that we were competing, and I remember the pool was green, I think, one morning, and the buses didn't arrive. So there was a lot of, I guess, issues, I guess, that were going on in terms of logistics. I guess I remember, I was really nervous. It was, it was a difficult meet. I think it was definitely a learning experience and something that I remember when I think back to those tougher meets that I had.
What is it like traveling all over around the world, going to London and all these different countries to compete?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's an eye-opener, and it's an experience to really kind of see what other people do and how other people live. And I guess you count yourself very lucky in the countries that we live in, when you kind of see what other people have in their environments. And it's really great to kind of meet different cultures, different people, and experience different things, because sometimes we're stuck in our own little bubble, in our own little country. But to travel the world and to travel to different events, you get to experience how different people approach things and how different people live. And it really kind of helps to put things into perspective, but also to understand that not everyone is made from the same cloth, and that we're all different. And I think it helps to understand how other people do things, that to potentially see if you can improve your own way of life and how you do things, by, I guess, understanding what other people do. And I think I love that about traveling and seeing and experiencing new things, that I can add like different little bits and pieces to what I kind of do on a daily basis, whether it's how I approach activities and my races, or what I kind of do to wind down. And I kind of look at what other people do and what other people are experiencing, and kind of add a bit of different stuff to what I do. And I wouldn't get that opportunity if I didn't travel and meet new people and understand how other people do things and work and that kind of thing. So it's really cool.
What is the feeling like whenever they put the bronze, silver, and gold medal across around your neck whenever you win?
Yeah, it's pretty surreal experience. And I guess words can't really put into it. You can't really put into words what the feeling is, but it's a feeling of relief, pride, satisfaction, that I guess you've done the work, and you've, I guess, achieved what you wanted to achieve in life, and you've achieved, I guess, that goal that you set out to achieve. And I think like hearing that national anthem being played is something that you never forget. I guess whether I win gold, silver, or bronze, or just make the final, at the end of the day, it's really about, I guess, what I can learn from that experience. Because I think at the end of the day, if you can't learn from every experience that you have in life, it makes it very difficult to understand how to improve and how to, I guess, be better next time. And sometimes I guess people forget that you're not necessarily the best that wins the gold, silver, or bronze. You're just the person that can withstand the pressure and can be the best on that particular day. But it's really about, I guess, seeing what you can kind of do in that moment to be the best version of yourself you can be.
What is the preparation like for you, preparing for the meets that you go into?
It's pretty full on. We train about 8-9 sessions in the pool. I do about 2-3 gym sessions on top of that. And they're all around 2 hours or 2.5 hour sessions per day, per session. So they can be upwards of around about 5 to 6 hours per day of exercise and activity relating to my sport. So it's it's pretty full on, and it's a bit of a juggling act with work as well. But yeah, it's just really about, I guess, trying to stay focused and trying to improve on each stroke and each session that I kind of do on a daily basis.
How long before you prepare for this session do you get yourself and your body ready for the next competitions? For example, when did you get yourself prepared for the one coming up?
So as soon as the Rio Games finished, was when I started to get myself prepared for Tokyo. So five years ago. I guess first you need to kind of really work out, well, do you want to go that another 4 years down the road? And I guess once you kind of know that and you've kind of put that in your head and you've made that decision, it's a 4 year cycle. It's a 4 years of training, 4 years of effort, and 4 years of sacrifice. Because you can't just decide to do this 6 months down the track or 3 years or 3 months down the track. It's a 4 year plan. It's a 4 year sacrifice to get to that end state, because it takes time to guess embed those skills and to improve those skills and all that kind of stuff when you're trying to compete at the highest level, and when winning and or making a final is 0.1 or half a less than half a second away.
What are you looking forward to accomplishing in, of course, Tokyo this coming year?
Yeah, so Tokyo will be really exciting. I'm guessing I'm really just looking forward to experiencing what the games has to offer, and experiencing what I can kind of do as an athlete. I guess I've trained really hard for 5 or so years now, and I'm just hoping to, I guess, accomplish some personal bests, and hopefully that translates into some medals. I've just got to kind of go through the process and go through the plan, the race plan, and remember, I guess, what I've done in training, and hopefully it'll be would go all right. But it's just a matter of following what I've done in training, and I'm really looking forward to competing for my country, and really kind of seeing what I can kind of produce.
Who are some swimmers that you look up to in your career?
I think I look up to any kind of swimmer that has achieved success through adversity, and I guess been at the top of their game for many years. I can kind of think of Michael Phelps, probably comes to mind when I think of a swimmer of that caliber. I guess what he's achieved and how he was able to stay at the top for so long. It's been pretty amazing. I can kind of look up to anyone that's achieved great things, and being able to seize, I guess, the opportunities that they have in front of them.
Looking towards your career, besides, of course, Tokyo, are there any other destinations you have in mind to compete in?
Not off the top of my head. I guess I'm just kind of getting through Tokyo, getting that done, and seeing, I guess, where that lands, and then kind of reassessing from there. I don't really have any kind of big plans from here onwards. I guess Tokyo will be my 5th Paralympic Games, and I just have to, I guess, reassess post Tokyo and see, I guess, where I want to go from there.
What is it like to, of course, compete in 5 Paralympic Games so far?
It's pretty amazing. I guess when I started, I never thought I'd get to 2 or 3 or 4, but to go to, I guess, 5 games as a swimmer is pretty amazing. And I'm just, I guess, proud to represent my country, and proud to, I guess, be able to do a sport that I love, and to be able to show my skills on the world stage.
What advice would you give Paralympic swimmers and also swimmers looking to compete for their national team?
I guess the advice I would give them is don't take anything for granted, and be true to yourself in what you do and what you want to do. And just take nothing for granted, and really kind of don't doubt what you do and don't doubt what you are doing, and just be true and be humble in your approach to what you are doing from a swimming perspective and from a life perspective.
What advice would you give future people looking to become professional swimmers?
I guess pretty similar. I think it's really about understanding what your passions are and really kind of understanding what you want to do. I think the sport, you choose the sport, not the sport chooses you. And it's really about understanding what you want to do as a swimmer and as an athlete. And if you have a desire and a drive to do the sport at the elite level, then that's what you should do. But it's just a matter of really understanding how you're going to get to that end goal, and getting, I guess, the right people around you, and those people that can guide you in that right direction is key. And for me, I guess in my career, I've been able to surround myself with people that have been able to guide me to where I want to go. Sometimes I don't want to hear their feedback, other times I do, but I guess it's all about learning and growing and trying to be the best version of yourself you can be.
That's great advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
Yeah, so I've got a website, which is www.mattlevyOAM.com.au, which also has a link to my book, but they can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under Matt Levy OAM as my handle, I guess. So yeah, that all those kind of mediums I have access to.
Thank you again, Matt Levy, for your interview, and best of luck in your future as you get prepared for Tokyo.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Matt Levy, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.